And I don't want to kiss you underneath that flashing sun. What's the hurry? We're not ready. We've got plenty of time. Maybe we'll get married. Maybe fall in love. Could you make me fall asleep when you're holding me? Try setting me on fire. Try setting me on fire. Try setting me on. There's someone else, but I twist all of his words and he twists mine. So I'll have to let him go. We sometimes fit, but we always lie. He thinks we could make it work, but only when he's drunk. And you think you could help me swim, but I've already sunk. So maybe you'll get married, maybe fall in love. Could you gonna fall asleep when you're not holding me? Go get set on fire. Go get set on fire. Go get set on. Friend, I am a slow, slow mover. Friend, I am a slow, slow girl. Trying to be kind, kind, kinder. Crawling in another world. But maybe one day we'll get married. Maybe fall in love. Could you make me fall asleep when you're holding me? Or try setting me on fire. 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 Try setting me on.
Hello, friends and Pastafarians, it's me, Skitzefrenyic. Welcome to episode 3 of our new long-running show here, Define Your Terms. Today's episode is called Episode 3, The War on Thanksgiving. Yeah, pretty bold shit, huh? Hold on, I'm gonna move this over here. Let's move the microphone because of how, sometimes when I face this way, it sounds like this. And then when I face this way, it sounds like this. But I haven't done anything except for turn like this. So, that really is because I have the mic in an inappropriate place. Look at that.
Yeah.
So, now, I turn to look at the comments like this. And then I turn to talk to my guest like this. And today, we have a super special guest in the Safe Word Studios here. Her name is Josephine.
Hello.
Welcome, Josephine, to the show.
Thank you.
So, again, you didn't go into your capitalist slave time. You didn't put in your day. Why is that?
The roads were icy.
Because of the foot of snow all over the place?
Yeah.
That's wise. That's
I
wise.
did not want to slide off the cliffs.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Oh, not even for minimum wage?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, let me know when you want to, make yourself something of yourself in this world, and you want to stop being a fucking lazy bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
and
looking
start
for
doing
a
your part.
place so I can always walk to my job in the snow. That's what I'm going to do.
Well,
That's
this is not
how
the
I
place
would
to
be
talk
a
about
good
my
slave.
Pastafarian beliefs, but there's nowhere that you can walk to your work in this whole country. That's no one gets to live where they work. Sorry, that died a couple of decades ago. Nobody really noticed. It was like we were all in our cars anyway, trying to get away from our nagging wives or whatever. I can't remember what the sitcoms were telling us. Anyway, that's not the conversation that we're having. That's not at all the conversation we're having today. That's more like radio show stuff, which this is not. Now, I know that we've had more episodes with you on than without you, but you're not our usual guest here. You're a very special... These are special episodes.
Are there rules for your special guest?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yes. I just don't know them yet. Tons of rules. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
Because the radio show is like free-for-all.
Yes, this is not free-for-all.
Right.
No, this is very, very strict. This has a...
defining, it's
Yeah,
conversation.
Absolutely. And we're gonna be like, hey, get back on track like that.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
No
So don't you
rambles.
fucking digress. Don't you fucking try to mislead us, because the point of the conversation is fucking have the conversation. That's or the point of the place. The point of this place. Finally, this is the place to have the conversation. That's our like tagline. Finally, the place to have the conversation. So, this is the place. And today is the 11th of the 27th. I'm going to write it in my notes.
Cute.
Yeah, because I'm producing a whole show here.
Nice.
It's very, very important that things go important.
There's a lot more.
And there's a written record or something. So today's episode is called The War on Thanksgiving, which is another holiday that normalizes the European colonialization of the entire globe, like a sort of infection of Europeans.
Yes.
And it has two problems. And I spoke of it yesterday, and then, lo and behold, fucking Mr. Tweeterface, tweets about me. He's watching the show. Like, the NSA have definitely told the president about this show, and he's like listening to our sort of summaries, and because he always fucking tweets about the shit, and then he's like, oh, I wasn't watching it, but if I was watching it, I'd say fuck you to this and this and this, right?
Yep.
And so I talk about fucking Thanksgiving in disparaging language yesterday, and all of a sudden, President of the United States has been like, there's a war on Thanksgiving. I was like, well, yeah, I guess there is a war on Thanksgiving. And it's a two-front war. One, celebrates colonialism. Two, it celebrates bullshit religion.
Yeah.
Who are you thanking? Right?
Right.
Are you thanking the people around you? Is that what we're doing? Are we thanking the natives for their fucking expertise? No. We're thanking Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
So
thinking their Lord and Savior.
right, this is
Yeah.
double colonialism. Yeah, it's disgusting, and there is a war on it. And I'm glad it's out in the open now, so that it doesn't have to be like passive aggressive. But I don't accept invites to any sort of religious observances at all. If people are like, would you like to come to my Christmas thing? It's like, no, your Christmas thing? That sounds religious. I can't come to that.
Yeah.
You want to come to our Thanksgiving? It's like, are you going to say a prayer? It's like, of course, it's Thanksgiving. It's like, can I say it?
Yeah,
Right?
right.
I'll say it for you.
Can I be thankful to my God?
Right.
No, just your God?
So there is a war, and who are the front fighters? This is not a real literal war, to be clear, as a Pastafarian. So, you know, I mean, I'm just, you know, bragging about how our show's getting watched because we're like high on the list, I guess. Maybe we're like the sedition. What is that? What is that called when you're spreading sedition? We're sedentary. I think that's what it is. Sedition-tary. I think it's something like dysentery or something like that.
Yikes.
No, it's not that. Alright, so the conversation that we're having today is how shall we know what we'll have the conversation? How do we know what the conversation is? That's the conversation. How do we know what we should be talking about?
That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Because there are so many things to talk about.
I know, there's all the things.
All the things.
Right.
Yeah.
We can talk about everything. Eventually. Meridian Heights is here. Hello, welcome to the show. This
Hey,
is
Meridian.
Define Your Terms. With Skitzefrenyic. Today's special guest is Josephine Leroux. So I think because you're the special guest, you know, we should be talking about, you know, sort of things that you give a shit about. But, you know, I don't want to make you nervous either, right? That was the problem that we had yesterday, is
Yeah.
when I'm like, alright, guest, we're gonna interrogate you, then it's like, oh shit, okay, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, so how can we do that so that like the guest doesn't feel like it's falling on them, so that the pressure's on me?
You start talking about it, and then everybody's brain will just naturally be like, "Oh, I disagree with this," and then we start talking.
So I'll talk like a shithead until you disagree.
Uh huh.
That's a good idea. I'll try that for a while.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, I was talking about this war on Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing about it is, I'm proud to be a general in the war on Thanksgiving, and the war on Christmas. Oh, but I do want to be clear that these are spiritual wars. So Christians believe.
What is it when you're just using words? Is that metaphorical? No, that's images.
It's just a war of words. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a war of ideas. This is a non-physical, non-violent war.
Yes.
Yeah. The stakes are like the only play is like reprogramming other people's minds with your words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be like a thing of like consensual reprogramming. So, yeah, it's a hard game to play, and the war is in that game. It's not like a war on Thanksgiving. Like I'm gonna, yeah, that's crazy. And in fact, anyone who uses the phrase war literally is a crazy person. Like, you're still using war? Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
such barbarism, right?
Yeah.
So it's hopefully we'll be given the benefit of the doubt here on the show that we're using the word war, with our tongues in our teeth like this. I don't know, tongue in cheek.
Tongue in cheek.
When have you ever got your tongue in your cheek?
Only when I've bitten it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or if I'm feeling a sore on my cheek.
it's very tongue in cheek. That's very bizarre.
Yeah. Maybe
Fucking-
it used to be like a stick your tongue out, but you hit it, but people could still see it. It was like one of those, those weird things that people would do to be like flip you off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find
Maybe
work
they
of
did that 200
fiction
years ago.
with it in there, and then ask the author, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, read it in context.
I don't have any context. We're gonna have to find some context. Yeah. Yesterday was a big show. Obviously, the president of the United States listened to it because he got upset about Thanksgiving. And so, not only were we talking about that, but we were talking about the Pope and how we'd like to talk to the Pope about it. Also, I'd like to talk to the president about Thanksgiving. He can come on down and we can talk about that. Only Thanksgiving.
He could call in, he likes to call in on the Fox and Friends.
Oh my gosh, that's right. So go ahead and get me on the fucking Facebook right there.
You know that the NSA has our phone number already.
That's right. So
give
just
us a call.
that's right, NSA. Go ahead and
I got my
divulge
phone
that.
right here.
We'll talk to the president about the war on Thanksgiving. This is a very important idea. I think it's one of the defining moments of his presidency. I think it's a really good distraction, right? We could be talking about this, the war on Thanksgiving. Surely that's un-American. Well, let me tell you, you know who else celebrates Thanksgiving?
Nope. Who?
The fucking Canadians. That shit's true. Did you know that? It's not American, is it? It's not as American as you thought it was, because the fucking Canucks do it. Can you believe that shit? And they're still fucking royals. They're like talking about the Queen and all that shit. So, thanks fucking giving my ass. Right?
Yeah. They're thinking the Queen and the God.
Yeah, thank you, Queen. So, disgusting. But anyway, the other thing we talked about, another thing I said, was the Pope and how he can come on down and talk to us.
Uh-huh.
And I was pondering about that. I was like, how are we going to get the Pope here? And I sort of have a theory that the Pope is a lot like Beetlejuice in that if you say his name 3 times, he fucking shows up.
Cool. Can you give me evidence of this?
Well, no, I'm going to run the experiment right now.
I see. Cool.
And I don't think it's like 3 times, It's probably like 1,000 times. And I don't think I think it's like every day, right? 1,000 shows. If we say, so, the Pope's allowed to come on down, we don't have to say that 1,000 times, right? And,
Yeah.
he'll eventually have to show up. So, this is, number 3. So, you know, getting close. By my calculations, we should be there in, I don't know, I don't do calculations anymore. Computer, do the math. Oh, she can't hear me. That's nice. I think she's lying, though. Yeah. I like to sometimes, just when I think I'm alone, just ask the computer to do something. Like, I knew it. I knew you could hear me, you bastard.
Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Yeah. Except for the computer. Except for Jeff Bezos. We'd like to talk to Jeff Bezos, if you'd like to come by. Computer, tell Jeff Bezos that he's invited to be a guest on our show. Your terms. Finally, a place to have a conversation with Skitzefrenyic Mitch.
Out of order, but it's correct.
You are out of order! That's good. I'll put that down. Rule number 3. Out of order. Oh, we only get 1 term per show. That's what it says here. I don't know if I love that.
I don't like it either. It turns out that you need every term to be defined in a moment.
Well,
so,
yeah. All right.
So
If people want to come in with like 5 terms.
Be like one subject you're sticking to in the
1
show.
term per show, so maybe subject.
Yeah, subject or question, what the theme is. But then all around that, you can define all the terms.
I'm going to define your terms.
Yeah, so we can get to the bottom of it.
Of the terms, because we need a lot of terms to get here. No, the bottom of the conversation. Because how many terms do we have to define before we get to there? To the end of
Every
the
word
conversation?
in a sentence.
Every word?
Almost.
So we have to start with
Probably
like
not
the.
like us and thus.
So it's much like the President of the United States said, when it depends what you mean by is. Thanksgiving, Xmas, New Year's, no religion involved in my fam, but we celebrate them by getting together, enjoying food and fun, and all that shit. So it's all closely related to holiday for me. Yeah, that is what holiday is, right? That thing you're describing there is like assorted gatherings and meetings with no real sort of religious, because we've scrubbed it all out. That's fucking holiday.
Yeah, but we're hanging out, and we all were able to get off of our jobs.
Right.
Yeah. Capitalism gives us this day, so we get to get together.
Yeah, and the fucking antipodes, the southern hemispherians, they get holiday in the summer. Those lucky bastards. Here it's fucking snowy. Everybody's driving around in the snow. I hear in some of these families they make fun of people if you can't fucking navigate the snow to get to the fucking family meeting.
Yeah, you have to get there, or you failed.
Or you failed. Let everybody down. So yeah, but if there is a big grand prayer that someone a Christian gets to, be like, I think it's Pastafarian's turn this year. 12,019 is
right
the
after they say it, it'd be like,
my turn.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I'll take just like 10 seconds here and do an actual prayer so that it's the God
you
who
say the word actual.
is real can hear it.
Those are fighting
So
words.
yeah, well, I mean.
You could say that afterwards.
Cool.
You could be like, oh yeah, you're God. Then you could be like, yeah, to me, he's the actual God.
The real God. He's the real God.
Yeah.
To me, he's the actual God. Jesus. No. Get in there. What I'm saying is, you know what you should do? You know you fucking, you know what you should be doing is being a dick. Because a lot of people are like, when people say Merry Christmas to me, I just say Merry Christmas back because I'm not a dick. And it's like, I'm not a dick either. They are for saying Merry Christmas to a Pastafarian.
Yeah.
Right.
To a stranger, not knowing what the other stranger is. Yeah.
Right. Or a Jew or a Muslim. They don't care. They don't care. And that's a dick move.
Yep.
And so I'm a dick back. Right? Because I would be stupid not to be. Wouldn't I? I would be fucking taking it in the arse. When a dick comes up to you and is like, hey, I'm a dick. You go, I'm also a dick. So don't go looking for any pussy around here. Because there's only dicks. So fuck off. And that's how you deal with a dick. And it's really fucking easy. You just be a dick. Right? Otherwise, you're a fucking pussy and you're going to get fucked. Because that's how dicks work. All of them. That's what they do. Don't be a fucking pussy. Eh? Be a dick. So when they're up there and they're like... And everybody knows that the only reason we really got together is to give thanks to God for all the blessings. And I'm the most in tune with God, so I'll say that prayer for all of us. Oh, God, thank you so much, and protect this president against the fucking hateful abortionists. And then you go, cool, my turn. Dick. It's my turn to be a dick. And then you can say whichever fucking prayer you want. Dude, you can fucking worship an Aztec god if you think it's fucking more moral than the god that asked Abraham to fucking stab his child for him. Might be.
Yeah.
Dropping frames like crazy. Yeah, unfortunately. 35% of this has gone down. Here's the sad, sad news, friends. The snow has fucked my thing. It always does. It fucks my fucking uprate. The other problem we have, everybody stayed home from work today. Another problem, everyone's coming up here to have a white fucking Thanksgiving. So, you know.
There's a lot of people using
yeah,
the tiny...
The community is soaking up the tiny bandwidth. So what we're going to do is get the fuck out of here, eh?
Yeah.
This was part of the conversation. Felt a lot like a radio show, but it's definitely not, because we didn't do the top of the hour walk, and we did not take the prescription medications on the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But do go check out my Twitter.
So you gotta go? Because I have some, like, issues with your rant 5 minutes ago. You gotta define your terms there.
No, not me, you. You have to define the terms.
So, when you're saying dick and pussy, you don't mean, like, the physical. You mean, like, asshole and pathetic.
No, I'm talking about dicks. You know, dicks, they're like big old hard dicks, and they like to get, like, ejaculated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dicks. Like real literal dicks. Right.
Well, some of us like being pussies.
I mean, you can get fucked if you want to. No, what I'm saying is, when there's a dick around and you're like, oh, I'm gonna not be a dick, you better like getting fucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And if you do, great. But if you're like, geez, why am I getting fucked all the time when there's dicks around? It's like, because you're not a dick. You just like, oh, you know what I'm not going to be? I'm not going to be a dick. Because that's what they're saying when they're like, when someone says, Merry Christmas, I say Merry Christmas back because I'm not a dick. And it's like, right, and that's you getting fucked.
Yeah.
Right. That's that dick coming in and fucking you. And if that's what you like, cool. If you like getting fucked by Jesus, fine, go ahead. But I'm going to get a camera, and every time I see one motherfucker ringing a bell in public, I'm going to ask him what the fuck he thinks he's doing. Because even Chick-fil-A calls these motherfuckers homophobes. So you better figure your shit out, because you're on the wrong side of this. And that is the war on Christmas. And this year is serious, bitch. Every single one of you idiots that thinks to yourself, I know what's a good thing, totally good and not at all bad, ringing a bell for total fucking homophobes. Because, why? Bing Crosby sang a song about it fucking 3/4 of a century ago? You get your mind right. You know, you fucking wake up, alright? You can't be sleeping in the old, racist, hateful shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up.
Catch up.
Catch up.
Homophones.
You're getting fucked. So, when someone comes up to me and they say Merry Christmas, I say, fuck you. And I'm not being a dick. I'm being a dick back. And there's a huge difference. Because you can ask a Christian if they punch back. And they go, oh, fuck yes, I do. Right? And be like, for Jesus, do you punch back? And they're like, yes. If I see someone punching Jesus, I punch them in their guts. I was like, right. But, you know, you can't tell when we're punching back. You just give us none because you pretend you're not punching.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, all we ever do is punch back. We never punch. And it's like,
No, you start this.
you started it when you said Merry Christmas. That was a punch. You can have a holiday. Don't bring it into my life. Right? Because so, I'm going to say happy holiday. Right? And that's being a dick. Back. And that's what Pastafarianism is. If you ask me. But, you know, I didn't make it up. Siska Pereira says, happy holiday. Happy holiday.
Yay, hi, Siska.
The holiday is destroying our throughput here, so we're wrapping it up. But Josephine was our guest today on our show, which is called Define Your Terms. Episode 3, The War on Thanksgiving, which we apparently sparked yesterday. I do have notifications here. Let's see if someone's talking to me. Let's see. This might blow your mind, says Doosan. This might blow your mind, but some of us don't need a constant reminder from the Creator not to negatively affect other beings. Shit, some of us amoral atheists even believe that you shouldn't stone someone to death for their sexual preference. Radical, I know. That is pretty radical. This dude's a radical dude. He should come by and we should have that conversation. But not today. For today has ended. And tomorrow is in holiday, but maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Because I don't even believe in Thanksgiving, you colonialist bastards. Anyway. That's it. I'm done.
Cool.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Alright.
Do you want to say anything to these bastards?
No.
Me neither. See you later, bastards.
Bye.
Bye. Junkie sometimes, the junkie's happy.